Okay, so hi guys, what I'm going to be doing is making some homemade mulled wine. My boyfriend's got a toothache, and for some reason this really seems to help ease his toothache. So basically what you'll need is however many bottles you want, but of a Shiraz. This is Barefoot Shiraz from California. What's it saying? Gold medal. I don't know. £5.99. He did get 2 bottles, but I'm only going to make one batch as it's getting on a bit and he'll be going to sleep soon. The spices that you'll need if you want to follow this recipe is you'll need some cinnamon. What's this? This is cinnamon powder. I got these from Tesco's because these are 85p at the moment, so good deal as well. So yeah, some ground cinnamon powder. You'll need cinnamon sticks, mixed spice, some cloves, nutmeg. You can use ground, but I like we've got the whole nutmeg, and some brown demerara sugar, which has decided to go walkies. What? Oh, there it is, up in the cupboard. As I'm sure you can tell, preparation is not my strong suit. And what you will also need is some large oranges. So basically what we do is I've put 1 cinnamon stick into the pot. What we're going to do is we're going to put a teaspoon of cloves. Let me just take the lid off because that is not going well. Right, there we go. So we have a teaspoon of cloves, in they go. Pick up the little loose ones. Then we have half a teaspoon of the mixed spice, if it decides to work. Bloody thing. Okay, so we say what, that's half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, basically half a teaspoon of everything, and then at least that way you can sort of judge as you go, and if you feel like, you know, it needs a little bit more, you can give it a little bit more. If you think it needs a little bit less, you can't do nothing about it. So it's always better to start off with less and then work your way up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a nutmeg out. So let me, is that one that we've used already? Nope. Where's the one that I've used? There we go. So yeah, and then what you do is you get obviously a grater and just grate what you would see as half a teaspoon into the pan. Right, okay, there we go. So give that a little bang. Noisy, noisy. Okay, and then put it on to boil on a high heat. Just pour in sort of an amount, some brown sugar. I'm not really doing grams, so just, there we go, that'll do for now. And then what the sugar does is it sweetens it up and it takes away the like bitter aftertaste that you get with obviously red wine. So where did my ladle go? It was here somewhere. It's run away again. Where's it gone? Is it it? No, found it. While that's boiling away, I'm just going to quickly wash up the ladle. My son, he really loves to help out with things like this, you know, so he helped make the first batch. He loves doing things like this. He's not very well at the minute, so he's in bed with his playing a game on the phone and relaxing in bed. Okay, right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in a minute when this has just started to boil. So I will see you guys shortly. Obviously to you it will be a split second, but it will probably be a couple of minutes for me. So okay guys, so now it's boiling, as I'm sure you can hear. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of the big oranges, like so. Hang on, oh no. As you can probably tell, my preparation skills are shite. Excuse my language. Right, so chop off here, then do 2 nice big chunks. So we'll do another chunk. Oh, that just squirted me in my eyeball. So basically get 2 nice big chunks of orange when it's boiling, and just plop those in without getting splashed, preferably. And then basically turn the heat down. What the boiling does is it takes away, oh hello, you can see my face. It takes away the, you know, it boils away some of the alcohol, so you don't want to leave it boiling for too long. Otherwise, you know, it'll be just like drinking, you know, I don't know, blackcurrant juice, I guess. But okay, so time for a taste test. Oh. Obviously, if you're serving this to other people, you probably won't want to drink straight out of the ladle, but as it's only my boyfriend who's getting it, doesn't really matter. No. Oh dear me, no. Needs more sugar. More sugar. Okay. So, as I said, it is always better to do too little of the spices and slowly add to it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squeeze just a little bit of the orange juice in, help add more flavour. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more nutmeg and a little bit more of the mixed spice and cinnamon powder. So let's grate another little bit. Grate a bit of this in. And the reason that I waited to add the oranges is because you know, you don't want your the oranges to soak up too much of the spices and everything like that. Obviously, you know, it's supposed to add to the flavour, not snatch the flavour away. So bang the nutmeg in, turn it down just a little bit more again. There we go. Now, as I said, just a little bit more of the cinnamon powder, just a touch more of mixed spice. A little bit more, there we go, in it goes, and give it another stir. What I'm going to be doing as well is I think I'm going to be selling some of this stuff, and a few people who look, just excuse the baby belly, guys. I had a baby like 6 months ago, and I've not managed to shift the baby belly just yet. So yeah, keep stirring. What I did is in an empty pot of basically the spices that I use in this, I'm putting in a little pot, and I'm going to give that to like friends or my mum, you know, and I can also sell it as well, just, you know, because, I mean, not to blow my own trumpet, but my best friend, she told me this recipe, and it tastes, oh, it's amazing. Like, she's the best at cooking. She taught me how to make, you know, soups and things like that. She's so adventurous. And other than my, you know, my little sister, she's the bestest person in the whole wide world. Another go. That is good. Right. Jack?
Yeah.
Can I get Jack in here to taste it and let me know what he thinks? I think it might need just a little bit more sugar because, I mean, I'm still getting the aftertaste, but I've made it for him, so here he comes. Blow it. Should I blow it for you like a ickle baby? No. I'm feeling so shit at the moment, guys. I mean, I've had, go on, you have a sip of that and let me know what you think. I've had, like, my tattoos today, and I get, like, tattoo flu, and obviously, if you're wondering what that is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It is, you know, I get flu symptoms after I have a tattoo. Yeah?
A little bit more.
A little bit more what? Sugar? You want a little bit more spices, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put a little bit more mixed spice in because then that's a bit of everything. Dump that in. Well, not dump, just put. Stir this in. Let me turn this right down now. There we go. What is everybody doing for Christmas? Are any of you guys up to anything exciting? Getting married, or are you like due a baby, or you know? And what do you do at Christmas? I mean, I've got there's a family tradition in my family. What happens is in the morning, I'm 25 years old, and my mum still gives me a Father's Christmas sack. Which is quite, you know, it's actually quite hilarious. So in the morning we get to open our presents from Father Christmas, and then we have Christmas dinner, and after dinner what everybody does is everyone puts the presents that they've bought underneath the Christmas tree, and it starts off with one person getting up, picking a present, and obviously whoever that present is to, you pass them the present, they open it, and then they go and get a present from the tree. Because my family like to do it like that, because then it takes longer, and also you know, everyone gets to see everyone opening their presents sort of one at a time and things like that. I mean, as a kid, I always found it so frustrating. I mean, I just wanted to open them all in one go. I mean, my stepdad still finds it really frustrating, like, extremely, because he loves opening all of his presents in one go as well. But it's, yeah, it's like gospel. It has to be done in my family, so, and this is my first Christmas with my daughter, so, my son, he'll be 8 next year, but my daughter, this is her first Christmas, and we're spending it with my boyfriend's mum and family this year. So, right. Jack, you're needed again. I might do like a YouTube video once I have like got all my Christmas presents. I'll put them in a bag and do a massive haul, because I mean I got so much I looked for so many things on eBay cheap, because I'm an absolute bargain lover. I love my bargains, so where obviously I got really cheap stuff, I got a lot of it. I had to write 3 separate Christmas lists, because my sister went and bought the whole of my first Christmas list, and then sorry about that, guys. Jack! What was I saying? Oh. Yeah, and then my mum went and bought the second Christmas list. So with my nan, I just went online and I bought stuff that I wanted. I bought stuff that I wanted or would like, and she gave me the money for it. So, and I got it sent over to her address, so that she could wrap it up and give it to me for Christmas. Jack, can you please stop walking away? Sorry about all this pausing, guys. Jack keeps interrupting me, trying to tell me this, that and the other, and he doesn't seem to grasp the concept that I'm filming and don't need to be interrupted. Right, here we go. So now, basically what he said is that he doesn't really, it's not quite just right yet. So what he wants, where is that? What is that? Mixed spice, cinnamon sticks. That's not. Hang on a minute. Nutmeg. So nutmeg. Oh no, what have I done? Right, hang on. Cinnamon stick. I've messed up all the lids. Right. So this is cinnamon. I'm going to put another, I don't know, sort of teaspoon in. There we go. And then I'm going to give that a whirl. Ground in a tiny little bit more of nutmeg. And I think that'll be done for him. So, and then I'm going to put the lids on properly instead of all back to front. Oh. The baby's due to wake up soon, so it won't be long and she'll be hungry, wanting a bottle or something. She's 6 months old now. I had such a rough time when I gave birth to her though. I mean, I lost 2 litres of blood and yeah, I was very, very, very poorly. And I kept having to have needles in my neck. Do you know what, this is probably not a nice thing to talk about while you're making mulled wine, but I'll save that. Right. Go, give this a little bang. So, and what you need, if you want to store this, if you're not all going to drink it now, what you should do is allow it to cool and then put it in like a bottle, like an empty Coke bottle or something like that. I mean, you could always put it in into this. And I keep mine chilled, and then I will just take out the amount I need, pour it into the saucepan and warm it up. I put the cinnamon stick into the bottle. Obviously I can't fit the oranges in there, but what I normally do is just sort of cut the skin off and just put some of the other stuff in the middle, because I quite like bits in my drink. If you don't, you might want to strain it off or do it for a very fine sieve or something like that. But, okay, right. 3rd time's a treat, let's hope. Right, let's just get this blowed. Blowed? Oh god, that sounded so wrong. I'm going to have some more crumpets in a minute. That's all I've eaten today is crumpets. Now let's put the lids on, the actual right ones. So that is that. Then we have, what's this? Mixed spice. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Do you think it needs anything else? No sugar, doesn't need nothing, no? Okay, right guys, well that is concluded. So yeah, in the description box below I will leave a short sort of rundown of what you need, obviously. And the instructions if you haven't got time to stand and watch the whole video, which I mean it's like 20 minutes long almost, so I do like to have a bit of a newtonatter, so I'm sorry about that guys, and I'm sorry if my sort of partial talk about giving birth has upset anyone, or if you guys do want to know the rest of the story, just let me know in the comments. So I'm going to say night night now guys, bye.